Hey, Webster City Middle School, it's Garrett.
And I'm Natalie, and today is Wednesday, January 13th.
We're coming to you from planet Earth.
Aren't we all on Earth?
Well, some people are questionable.
What other planets could they be from?
Let's ask Ella from 5th grade.
Hey, it's Ella. What's your favorite planet? And if you had to choose one to research, which one would you choose? In science, we are doing a research project on one of the 8 planets in the solar system, which are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The planet I chose was Mercury. First, we will get a research packet and fill that out with the information we find about the planet. After we get our research packets done, we will be using the information to make a presentation for our planet. We will make the presentation on Keynote, and it will be due around the end of January. We will present the keynote to the class. I can't wait to see what the other kids come up with. Now let's orbit on over to CJ.
Hey WCMS, CJ here. Do you know what an obstacle course is? If not, then hopefully you will have the chance to try it in PE. In 5th grade right now, we are getting to try out obstacle courses. Mr. Mossman, can you quickly describe the course for us?
Okay, CJ, we're going to start with the jump rope over there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's on the scooter, bottoms on the scooter around the big cone. Run up the steps.
And then run back home. We did it.
Then you shoot till you make it. Shoot till you make it. Yeah! Behind the gray. Shoot until you get them all down. You get them all down, you set them back up, give the next person the ball or put the ball in the back.
Thanks, Mr. Mossman. Let's watch some of this course in action. Great. I can't wait till my class does it again. Let's run it on over to the anchors.
That sounds cool.
You know, I'm always sore after PE.
I wonder why.
I bet no one could tell us more about that.
Hi guys, it's Seth. Do you guys know some of the famous Iowans? Well, in Project Explorer, we have to pick a famous Iowan, do some research on that famous Iowan, and then do a presentation on that person. We have to tell stuff like their background information, early family life, where they got their education, their career or careers, what they did to become famous, and their lasting effects. My famous Iowan is John Wayne. It has been a lot of fun to find out more about my person, like his real name, which is Marion Mitchell Morrison. Let's see some of the famous Iowans that the students presented on, such as James Van Allen, Johnny Carson, Grant Wood, Bob Feller, Mamie Eisenhower, Sullivan Brothers, Donna Reed, Friedman twins, Herbert Hoover, and more. As for John Wayne, he must have had some strong bones and muscles to pull off all those Western and military movies. Hey, speaking of bones and muscles, let's go see what Noah can tell us about them.
Hi, I'm Noah, and this part of the trimester in science, we are talking about muscles and skeletons. And we learned stuff like what the names of bones are and where they are located. Like how this bone right here is the clavicle. And like how your kneecap is the patella, right there. And we also made paper skeletons like these. We also learned about muscles, like how when you do this, you use your flexor muscles, and when you do this, you use your extensor muscles. Well, that's all. So let's use your skeleton and muscles to walk over to the anchors.
I remember doing that. I did George Nissen, the man who invented the trampoline.
Have you seen the new Star Wars movie?
Yes, I have, and may the Force be with you.
And you as well. I remember the 7th graders are learning about the Force.
Well, not exactly, but let's let them explain.
Hey guys, Sam here. In 7th grade science, we are studying motion. We use trolleys, which are built by using a rubber band, 2 straws, cardboard, a propeller, fishing line, and 2 connection points, which would be 2 objects about the same height like 2 chairs. When we have the connection points, we tape a string to each side and put the string through the straw on the trolley. Then we adjust the rubber band and the propeller to where we think it will have the most chance of succeeding at reaching the destination point. It has been really neat to change the variables and see what effect it has on the outcome. I'm excited to see what we do next. Let's glide on over to Jenna.
Hey WCMS, it's Jenna. Last year, as 6th graders, we entered a poetry contest, Lyrical Iowa. Before break, Emily Lovelace received a letter that her poem has been published into the book Lyrical Iowa. Here's Emily herself. How did you feel when you figured out you won?
I was very happy and excited, but not as excited as my grandma was.
Do you write in your free time?
No, not really.
What inspired you to write this poem?
Well, it was a class assignment, but I decided to do my poem over dance because I've been dancing for a long time and it's like my favorite sport to do.
Is there anybody you would like to dedicate this to?
I dedicate this poem to my dance teachers because they taught me everything that I know.
Well, that's all for me, so let's read it over to the anchors.
That was beautiful.
It truly was. Did you know that Lewis and Clark were poets?
No, because that's not true.
Then what else could they have been?
They were explorers.
Let's get Dylan's opinion on that.
Hey, Webster City Middle School, it's Dylan. The past few weeks in 8th grade has been studying the trip Lewis and Clark took in history. The first thing we had to do was research some things about the trip. We researched a Native American tribe they encountered on the trip. We also researched a plant, animal, and landscape they discovered along the way. After that, we got to research Lewis and Clark themselves. We also got to research Sacagawea and her role on the trip. After we finished our research, we had to make a report. In the report, we had to include all the things we researched. In the report, we were supposed to have been one of the people on the trip across the Louisiana Territory. Now let's go watch Casey play basketball.
Hey WCMS, it's Casey here. The 7th and 8th grade boys and girls basketball teams have been in full swing. Each team has played 8 out of 12 games. In 7th and 8th grade, we are learning the fundamentals and skills of the game. The 7th grade girls are coached by Mr. Pluger and Miss Bachman. The 7th grade boys are coached by Mr. and Miss Fisher. The 8th grade girls are coached by Mr. Hilton and Miss Peggle, and the 8th grade boys are coached by Mr. Brim. The 7th and 8th grade girls' next game with Algona is on January 14th, and the 7th and 8th grade boys' next game with Algona is on January 21st.
Good luck to all the basketball players out there.
There are a lot of sporting events coming up, so look at the school website for the most accurate information.
On Saturday, several Webster City students will be attending Carl King Honor Band in Fort Dodge.
Also, there is a quiet place to study after school in the Media Center for anyone who wants to get their work done on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:30. There will be people there to help with work as well as an interpreter.
And there is no school on January 22nd because of professional development.
Hope you had a good holiday season and stay warm.
From the middle. seventh graders are learning about the fourth.
Not exactly, but let's let them explain.
I think we need to redo that.
Yeah.
I said fourth.
The fourth.
The fourth.
May the fourth be with you.